Islam Dwayne. It is July the 16th, 2019. Islam. This is my shirt that I'm putting on. I put on to just relax in. So it's a nice shirt. I worked today, earned money at Burger King. What we're having today is a little messy. But we're having with our food. I gotta be careful because some unclean spirits, they start speaking about a mess, and then they speak of someone being in someone's room. So they speak about a mess, and then because we're among a telepathic community, and we're among experiments, and obviously a large amount of them are diseased in many ways, and a lot of them probably have sexual transmitted diseases and other diseases that is considered dis-ease, whether some other form. So, and they're in the population. So sometimes unclean spirits start saying, oh, there's a mess. That's a mess. Then they start speaking about somebody being in someone's room. So a lot of times I hear this in reference to the black Negro. The black Negro speaks of that, and sometimes that would speak Spanish, and the pale skin as well. But a lot of times it's the black Negro, male and females, that speak certain things, and then the Spanish speaking. But out of the Spanish speaking and the black Negro, it is the black Negro. So what we're having tonight is July the 16th, 2019. And I spoke about how hearing I had to actually write a note that someone tried to force open the door here at American Extended Stay in Annapolis, Maryland, as I had a towel wrapped around me trying to take a shower. And I keep hearing males mumbling or something, let me just say that, mumbling outside and around the room like an animal. And female, like a female, but they have, it varies. A lot of times it's a Negro black accent. And then I told you Spanish and stuff like that. Pale skin, definitely the pale skin. So today we're having this, which is organic spinach, celery, broccoli, and coconut cream soup with grilled cheese. But we're not using regular cheese. We are actually using, we've been doing this for a long time. Ever since I got sick from eating cheese, we're using this cheese. It's almond. It's called almond cheese, and it's really good. And to fry, we're using Earth Balance vegan butter. So I noticed today, like I had many days, sometimes males and females will start saying Mason. And a lot of times in thought, the word Mason, M-A-S-O-N, in reference to some secret set. Obviously, it's not too secret. Also, military is intertwined. Mason, military. And then I told you before, many times I have had my genitals attacked sexually in that after the word Mason is is out or spoke of in some form, and my genitals are attacked spiritually, or I'm feeling a sharp pain. So the word Mason, which in the past has been connected to some type of secret set of knowledge, where you're supposed to want to you choose to learn some form of knowledge, is definitely being used like a signal, and to breed possibly, most likely, not possibly, unclean spirits that are diseased, experiments. So that's another testimony I'm giving, because the video Imani Great Arrington-Bey, and I've heard them say your son Mason, and then attacked by sending sharp pains. All of a sudden I feel a sharp pain, or my genitals are attacked spiritually. So what this does, Dwayne Bey, is it's trying to, it is a form of engagement. Okay, so these what they're trying to do is detach the word terrorism from what's going on, what the attacks are. So they don't want so if mentally they can get your thoughts to accept that this is normal and that they should be able to rape, molest spiritually and mentally, and cause pain spiritually and mentally, and then eventually it will happen physically, then it's no problem. But when you have the word terrorism connected to that thought, because that's exactly what it is, that's true. These are filthy, diseased species of abominations that are used as slaves to attack civilized natural beings that are, especially if you're trying to demonstrate a form of freedom, because they're trying to breed this filth. So, and they're trying to keep the frequency low in the earth and the universe, which harms the earth and the universe. So that what is being done psychologically, which this is a psychological form of warfare, is trying to normalize a spirit is trying to normalize their presence in someone else's presence by not using the word terrorism. But it is terrorism, because this same form of terrorism or spiritual war tactic was done overseas. In Sudan, they have testimony, ladies giving testimony about men being raped in front of their family. So if they are raping, they're able to rape spiritually and mentally because they have the science of telepathy. You know they did this first 9 times out of 10 in Sudan and other countries, and then eventually work their way up to physical. And so that's what's going on. So when I hear the black Negro, the pale skin, and the Spanish speakers start saying Mason, and spiritually and mentally my genitals are being attacked, and there are little kids right next to them watching, they're demonstrating what animalistic behavior, because that's what they are. They are treated like animals, slaves, and they behave like animals, slaves. So that's how I overcome this, Dwayne Bey, is deep breathing and also knowing the truth that these are acts of terrorism. And it's not a coincidence that the word military or United States military is intertwined when the word Mason comes up, and then all of a sudden these spirits, I might experience something of a spiritual mental attack. So we are taught as Moorish Americans to uphold to respect the military, the United States Navy, Army, because they're supposed to be soldiers defending laws of freedom. But we know through history that has not always been the case. In fact, through history, they have played a major part in trying to implement laws or abuse their authority, abuse that form of power they have. So unfortunately, in 2019, that's probably what we are among now. Islam. But you know Dwayne Bey. As your wife, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, I'm giving testimony. Monty is in the bathroom. We're about to eat, and I showed you. So we're having this and that. And you know the divine laws of freedom. Someone just hollered paid with the pale skin out when I said United States military, outside the room with a pale skin accent, paid. So we know as Moorish American natural beings, the divine laws of freedom are the United States U.S.A. Constitution of 1787. Okay, so I don't know why someone with a pale skin accent would yell paid in this country on this landmass. Okay, because too many have fought and bled for freedom, and they supposedly demonstrating this when they go overseas as well, these soldiers. And also includes Abraham Lincoln's proclamations and Abraham Lincoln's 13th Amendment, 20 sections. Islam. Divine laws of freedom. I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, and Imani Gray-Bey, took an oath and affirmed to do so. But like I said, I've seen pale skins. They behave just like slaves. They treat it like slaves. It's no different. Islam.